Belgium is a country invented by the British to annoy the French. Charles de Gaulle. You'll never guess which division I'm complaining about today. We've got Lathans playing 5 easy, and he's up against Darricks playing 39Y. And this was played as part of the Warno SDL Monthly Tournament. There's two brackets, by the way. There's a top players bracket and a retard bracket. A rookie bracket. And so if you're new to the game, you can join the rookie bracket and get beaten by Steel Division 2 League 1 players that for some reason are in the rookie bracket. So let's talk about the deployments and then we'll get on with the game. So because this was played as part of a tournament, both players knew what the enemy's division would be going into this, and they knew what the map would be, so they can tailor their decks to that. And there is a pick and ban process. Somehow 5e got through the ban phase, but it is what it is. So we've got an AMX-10 RC going to here, which is interesting. A great spot for it is here, because then you can shoot at people coming down this road. But I guess I'm really not sure why Lathans has done that, actually, because if an enemy's coming, you're a wheeled tank. You just drive away. So I'm surprised that he would do that. And then we've got another one going up to here. So yeah, he's being very defensive on this side. And he's got a CV for Charlie. So his main attack's on the right. And okay. So that's why he's being so defensive on the left. But at that point, why would you put an AMX here? You might as well put a P4 Milan if he's got it in the deck. Maybe he doesn't. So he's going ham on the right here. So we got Dragon Paras and they're dismounting here. And then the vehicle's going over to there. Behind that, we've got 3 AMX-10 RC Blindées. These have a 105mm gun with 18 pen because this is a game that is made in France. And they get 1 more armor than the regular AMX-10. So here we go. They're just fast moving down to here, all the way down to here. And behind that... Hang on, what? Right, oh, I see. So the eclairs are going down here. The chocolate eclairs are going down there, and the AMX-10s and the Blindées are not. So one's going to here, one's going to here, one's going to here. So it's not as Hail Mary as I thought it was. And behind that, Lathans has an AMX-B2 PC, and that's going... Okay, so he is actually attacking down here. Interesting. So he's got CV Tank, 2 Brenni, and Roland 2. So between games 1 and 2, Lathans has decided to swap out his Roland 3s for the inferior Roland 2. The advantage of the Roland 2, it is a little bit worse, but it's still very good, and it's cheaper. And it's more available, higher availability, it's more available. The advantage of the Roland 2 is that it's not radar, and so it can't be killed by seed. 39Y is notorious for not having seats, so I'm really not sure why Lathans chose to swap out his Roland 3s for Roland 2s here, but there you go. So they're going back here, and the tanks are going all the way up there. So he is trying to attack up there, and presumably if this Eclairs dies, then he'll change his mind or something. But yeah, interesting on the Roland 2s. If you're watching this, Lathans, let me know. Is it just for the availability? Because obviously the seed thing doesn't make sense. On this side, we got Darricks playing 39Y. He's opening with Grenzers. So Grenzers, 40 points for 7 men, recon, and they're resolute. The issue is that they've got no AT, so it can be quite difficult to open with these because they've got no AT. So most people go for the Razvedka or the motorized Razvedka. But the Grenzers are a little bit cheaper. So he's got one going to here, one going to here, one going to here. You got to open conservatively against 5e because you don't know where the hell the AMX-10 is coming from. Got one CV going to Delta. Going all the way back to there, and 2 SPG-9s, one's going to here, one's going to there, just to stop people from coming down this road, I suppose. Already spoke about that Grenzer. Rocket Heli, it's interesting, you don't usually see this. So these come at 2 availability, unlike the armored ones which come at 1, but the thing is that they've got no armor, so they'll die to 1 gun run. But the thing is, when you're playing against 5e, any helicopter will die to 1 gun run. So I can understand why he went for this, because he knew that, well, it actually doesn't matter if I bring an armoured one, that'll die to 1 gun run anyway, because 5e's broken. So, moving on, I'm a ray of sunshine. So we got an Osa going back here with a supply. And then we've got some T-62s, some Motor Strelk Metis, a CV, I think the CV is going to like here maybe. Yeah, another supply going to here. And then, yeah, we've got BMP3s and T62s, I think, are going to there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And then, yeah, Motor Strelk, Metis, and then Origami Paper Mache. This is a Russian unit for 30 points, which has 21 pen RPG. So this is equivalent to the Appalachian, basically. But on Russia, you only get it in this specialized squad that is like 2 men. Whereas in France, you get it on all kinds of squads. But hey, let's get on with the game, shall we? So they're off, and my brain cells are slowly falling out of my ears. There's only so much 5e meta I can take, and it's been like this since they were added to the game. There was one glorious patch, the last patch, where they had been nerfed, and then they got buffed again. I mean, it's beggars belief, but hey, the beatings will continue until morale improves. So you got these Grenzers coming over here, and if an AMX-10 was to go past them, it wouldn't actually be able to do anything, because they don't have AT. So he's not actually going to be able to stop this with what he's got here. He'll need a helicopter, but then the helicopter will die to the planes. So, right, so that these guys are still deploying conservatively. This guy's still going down here. And yeah, 39Y, quite a slow division off the bat, but it's a bit of a brain-dead division in that it just doesn't really run out of things. So you just buy BMP2s because they're cost-efficient. BMP3s are good, but they're not cost-efficient. And you just spam them for 40 minutes and then you win. That's how you play 39Y. I would say 39Y is the 3rd best division in the game. It's map dependent, but I'd say it goes 7 Panzer, 5 easy, 39Y. But on bigger maps, it's 5 easy for sure, and then 7 Panzer, and then 39Y. But yeah, 39Y, top div, here we go. There's a helicopter, here's my plane. I get more planes per card than you get helicopters per card, because that's fair. And my plane might survive, whereas your helicopter is definitely not going to survive. So there it goes, and then here comes a fighter, but whoa, the fighter takes a hit, but the Osa and the fighter together manage to deal with that. So don't worry, there's only like 8 or 11 of those left. And so Darricks buys some helicopters. Not sure why, considering what you just saw happen to that one, but it is what it is. And yeah, Lathans is coming in hot, and so for some reason his CV's in front, which is not what you want really. And yeah, interesting decision on the Roland 2s, because 39Y does not get seed. So T62s for 85 points, they're not bad. Strangely, the T62 has less armor than an AMX-30, but an AMX-30B. But you know, that's this game was made in France, so that's how it is. So not sure about this micro, but obviously, yeah, here we go. He's noticed, and he sees the helicopters, so he's sending this round to there. But I'd expect another Mirage 3 to come down to here. This Blindée's got to be careful because it'll kill the first one, but if the second one hits it, it'll die. So he smokes some bags, because yeah, it doesn't even kill the first one. Iberjenko. That's an interesting Russian name. I didn't know Russians had the I with 2 dots in their alphabet, but it appears they do. And yeah, that wasn't very intelligent, really. That was a good trade for Darricks, but this guy's going to die. And the AA helicopters on 39Y are the good ones with the igloos, and they get 4 instead of 2. The suppression is less, but they get 4 instead of 2. And the Roland 2 crucially deals 5 HE instead of 6. Now I know what you're thinking, hippie, 5 plus 5 is 10. No, it isn't. 5 plus 5 is 9, because of the armor. So yeah, just deal with it. So this push from Lathans, if he just ran all the way through here, it would have worked. But instead, because he was cautious, it's given Darricks time to build up, and one of his Rolands goes down now. And Darricks has managed to reinforce this, whereas if he just kept going, he would have actually got in here, no problem. And these two would have died to the Brenneyes, but they were sent over there, and yeah, there's something to be said for being cautious. You see with the new smoke shape, the smoke now pops quite far in front of the tank, so it doesn't protect you from bombers hitting you from the sides. And yeah, so the Roland 2 fires 2 shots with 55% accuracy and hits both, even though SU's got 5% ECM. But crucially, the SU has 2 armor, so 5 plus 5 in this case is actually 8 because of the 2 armor. And this is now going to donk this, but it'll need 2 hits to kill it, and it's missed once at least. So there you go. So this guy will be alright for another 12 seconds now. The Roland carries a lot of rounds, carries 12, but its salvo length is only 2 because it has 2 tubes. So the VLRA 50 over here goes down, and it's a crying shame, because if Lathans had just rushed in, he would have won that. But now it seems we're committed to a very long game. That T-62 dies to the AMX, which Darricks just can't see, so he brings up the recon. This guy's got to get out of here, because once that smoke fades, he's going to start being shot by people he can't see again. These modes of Strelk have done a great job flanking, but the fact that you can just drop commandos is one of 5e's many strengths. I think actually that is a strength that 5e should keep. In the hippieverse, I would consider 5e to be a mobile division, and I don't mind it keeping its mobility, but instead what we have is a mobile division that also wins in straight up one-on-one fights because of just the incredible cost efficiency of its units. So it's sad, but it is what it is. And Darricks, once again, has not healed this, but he wants it for the big push, and he's hoping that because it's in the back, it won't get hit. And it doesn't get hit, but that Roland was definitely gunning for that. And here we go, just send a plane. Just send a plane. Just send a plane. Somehow, this Mr. Agent is clearly a Russian agent because he does manage to kill that. But you see that the autocannon on this just kills that, and then the autocannon on this is just going to kill that, and then it's going to kill that, and then it's going to kill that, and this only costs 155 points. But that's the game we play. I am a ray of sunshine. So we're reaching that point of the patch where I just really just want to blow my own head off. I just hate looking at this. Look, this guy's probably going to win. This guy should win. He's 2-3-5, but crucially, the autocannon will fire first. But yeah, what can I say? I challenged Darricks to Mortal Kombat where I played 5e and I lost, and this is the result of that. You get more 5e, so this is actually my fault. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a brief technical issue. I was talking about how Darricks brings his T-80B on one vet, and then we saw this fight, I think, where the MiG-23 somehow wins. Even though, the guy's just going to buy another one because he gets 20 Guerrillian planes, no problem. And then Darrick surrenders, so I had to look at the replay again for 5 seconds of extra footage, but this is an extremely high production quality channel, as you know. So 5e, pretty broken, pretty broken. Just absolutely bonkers broken. What is there to say? It's broken.